she was like, what does she even do for this sport or whatever?
Who, Caitlin Clark? Angel Reese said that?
All she does is shoot threes. And Jet T was like, nope, she got y'all bitches charter jets too. like oh shit.
Wait, he said bitches?
Yeah, he said, yeah, well, he dropped the N-word too. Yeah. He's all, no. All y'all got is some fucking...
Hey, say it, Brett.
Nah.
Did you have the fucking N-word card all day, dude? I mean, dude, if anyone wants to smoke, dude, I'm backing you all day. But you fucking on his ass, bro. He's blacker than you, bitch.
Nah, for real. Oh, man. Damn, how y'all boys feeling?
Feeling
groovy, bro.
Yeah,
do I sound clear?
Yeah,
dude. We need to get you some headphones, bro. Or do you actually prefer that?
I kind of prefer not to hear myself talk.
I mean,
honestly, I feel like... Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, but if... I would have to see how you sound from
dude,
over there.
Hearing myself just makes me nervous, dude.
Nah, I probably need them
when I don't have them on, I feel fucking just way better.
Yeah, I don't know, because I like it because I feel like I'm more locked in, I'm more engaged. When I'm not, I can hear like
just little shit that like might fucking distracт you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like over here, all you hear is just our sound of our voice. Literally.
Oh, yeah. Oh. You can hear us good though?
Yeah, I hear you good, bro. It's just it's not as like right here, you know. It's like, do you feel uncomfortable, Doug?
This is Shane Gillis, where he's like, do you ever realize the noises you're making in that poor woman's ear?
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Fucking wheezing.
He's like, it sounds like a fucking dog when they're trying to lick your head and shit.
Fucking wheezing and shit in her ear.
What a fucking start, bro.
Men's Mental Health Month. Congratulations.
It is. I didn't even know until you said something about that, actually.
Yeah.
So, how'd you hear about it?
Honestly, I mean, it's kind of been heavy on my timeline, bro. I don't know why. Yeah.
You've been waiting your entire life for this,
dude. For a good little while, dude. Let's fucking talk about it. I mean, this is what our fucking podcast revolves around, essentially. Yeah. We're just two guys with some fucked up mental health.
Yeah.
Or once upon a time. I mean, but even then, dude, that's a constant battle. I mean, mental health is you're never gonna just be on like this straight fucking shot on like this high, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a constant fucking battle.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody is. Like, even the people who have, like, seem like they have everything squared away, like, they're battling that shit too, you know?
No, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is episode number 41. Damn, bro, the last time you were on it was number 3.
Episode 3, yeah.
Technically, no, because you did 2 with me.
Yeah, the other one was more like a Q&A, though. I just kind of helped.
I think that was, like, episode 9.
Okay.
I believe that was episode 9. But, I mean, episode 41 now, bro.
It's crazy.
30 episodes later.
Yeah, literally.
And then how long has that been time-wise? That was...
I think we did it I want to say in the summer, like last summer sometime.
Yeah,
summer?
So about a year
sure?
almost.
Yeah, it's almost been like a year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we've been fucking hustling, bro.
That's awesome. We got to do something for you for your year anniversary.
Yeah.
I think you've already passed that.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Did you?
Yeah, I think episode 50 will be like a good milestone.
The 50th.
100 will be big. I think probably 100 will probably come like next year, depending on how many we do. But I mean, episode 50 is a pretty big milestone, bro. Not many people make it past like episode 20, so that's a milestone in itself, you know.
So what's like driven you to keep going with this?
Really, it's just enjoying it. The guests that we're able to have on and just interact with and meet. And also just the people that follow it, bro.
Sorry.
What's up? Oh, you're gonna... I think also just the feedback we get. This is the thing. This is the one thing I've done that I get the most like feedback on. Like as far as like I've done YouTube, I've done other things.
Hey, bro, you know what? I don't know why, but the fucking from where the light's shaded, you see like a big shadow of this microphone on my face, dude. I don't know how I fucking feel about it.
Just people reaching out to us saying like it's just different. It's like a different show. Like they can actually like listen to us talk. Like because if you think about it, bro, having a 2-hour conversation, just listening to it, like it's a hard thing to be able to like actually like grasp people's attention. So when someone says they listen to a podcast, like we literally took like 2 hours out of their day that they listen to us. And then also just the type of conversations we have. But the main reason I do it is really just it's just fulfilling, bro. I mean,
personal satisfaction.
Yeah, for sure. As selfish as that is.
No, well, that's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's amazing though that like I mean, just doing something that you really enjoy. I mean, that's what it's all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, exactly.
And that's the best reason.
Fucking step 1 is out the way, dude. fucking find something you enjoy to
Fuck
do.
yeah.
Nah, for sure. And we still haven't. Well, we had a podcast after the event, but we still haven't really had a chance to talk about it. But
So
it was
let's
pretty,
get into it. Then.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking amazing, dude. Like,
shoot.
it was stressful as hell. Like, everybody says like throwing an event's stressful, but like, yeah, it's.
At one point, dude, this guy was in shambles, dude. I mean, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Nah, it was especially like that. Like 2 hours before, you remember how chaotic it was, bro? Like, you were there too. We should have got there way earlier. First of all, we should have got there at like 1. The event started at 5. I think we got there.
It was hot as fuck.
We got there at 3, bro.
Nah,
yeah, I'm kind of glad we didn't get there earlier because
if we were there at 1, we would have been fucking on our ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is though, like we didn't even have the ticket booth set up until like 5:30, bro. Like fully set up.
People were already walking in.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think everything went exactly the way it needed to go.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we ended up selling like.
I mean, honestly, I think it actually like superseded. I mean, my expectations for sure.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of got scary at one point because we only knew like our sales up until that day.
Yeah. And people are last minute as fuck, bro. So
yeah,
like,
we're having no problem selling tickets at the front, bro.
Yeah, you guys were killing it. Like,
we had a good time. It was fun.
Did you like convince anybody to like buy in? Like, were you like selling like the event
all
like,
night, bro?
Yeah.
If it wasn't me, it was Vayu. If it wasn't Vayu, it was Craig. I had the whole.
So
team.
most of the time, like people were contemplating about leaving, and you guys were like, hey, "This is what you're gonna get." Like, boop 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 boop.
There was a good amount of people that knew what the event was, and they were coming for the event.
Really,
but there was also a good amount of people that were just coming to
just go to need
trucks.
Yeah.
But you told me there was one dude. There was like him and like 4 other people. And then they had no idea what was going on, but you were like, 25 for each person. He just dropped it like cash.
They were from
up.
out of town, dude.
Yeah.
I think he was military, but he had the fam with him, and we started telling him what it was all about. And he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, we're gonna stop by and get something to eat and have a few drinks anyway." But that sounds cool. Like, and just threw out the cash. I was like, "Damn, yes sir."
Yeah,
and that's crazy, bro. Because like, yeah, you throw an event and people actually like when people pay you to like pay to actually go to something like you threw, you know.
Especially here, because I live El Paso, but I feel like some people can be cheap as fuck.
Oh, for sure. I surprised myself with like 25 in reality is not much, and you get a drink, but I mean, it's a good amount for some people, you know.
That's the thing too. Like that was one of our big selling points. Like the drink itself is going to be $10. Like so then you're paying what $15 to see some live music and have a live pod and like
exactly, vendors, all that shit. Yeah, and also I didn't really get to like fully comprehend or even just process like how the event actually went because I was just everywhere. But everybody tells me like it was really dope. So
we had a real good view of how everything was going all night. And it was
because we didn't experience the event as like just a customer. Like,
exactly.
It was just
because when it's yours, it's like you're just very critical of everything, and you're just like you just want to make sure everybody else is having a good time. But sometimes like not to say we didn't have a good time, but like you're just more focused on that. You know,
you want it to be as perfect as you can possibly make it. And honestly, it's funny because working security for the event, I feel like we had a good ass view of how everything was going the whole time. Obviously keeping an eye on everything, but like walking around and just like seeing how everybody was acting and
there's a lot of like a lot of people were lit, huh?
It was good vibes all night long, bro. All night. Like there wasn't a single time where I was like, oh, here we go, you know. And I was kind of like, I knew the crowd that was going to be attending the event was a good crowd and it wasn't going to be anything crazy. But just when alcohol's involved, you know, I was expecting there to be at least something happening. Like, I'm gonna have to do something tonight, you know. And
nothing.
It was chill.
All good vibes.
Dude. Everybody was just chilling.
Yeah, for
sure. It was dope.
I mean, that just goes to show you, like, I think the vibe and just like what you center the event around has a lot to do with people's mindsets going into it. You know.
For sure. If you would have been pitching it as a rager, then that's exactly what it would have fucking turned into.
We might have to throw one of those too sometime.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down, but just I'm not going to be working security.
It's like, facts.
I want to be inside.
You might need to get armed security for that.
For real.
And dude, I was like, I was kind of focused on other people like having a good time, but dude, I got completely fucking obliterated at the end, bro. Like bad.
I remember, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna put you on blast, but I remember, bro.
It was fun.
For those who don't know, I'll be the fucking bad guy.
Shit.
By 2:00, bro. Before 2:00. Fuck that. This motherfucker was hand in his fucking head, dude. You know that fucking moment where you can't pick your head up, bro. This motherfucker couldn't pick his head up, bro. He was fucking.
And I know he was spinning too.
And it was a great night, dude. I mean, literally he got fucked up like to where he couldn't handle himself at the perfect time, dude. Because at that time, everybody had already left and shit. It was just a fucking good time.
That was part of it, probably. No, like the downtick in adrenaline and like everybody starting to head out. You were like, okay, I could chill now.
Nah, for sure.
But with that, you were like,
yeah,
that shit started kicking his ass.
That's when you hit your wall. Huh?
No, yeah, exactly. I hit a lot of walls that night.
Whoa!
Except for the walls you really wanted to hit.
What kind of walls you talking about,
bro? Even if I wanted to, I
hit all kinds of walls except the ones you really wanted.
Even if I wanted to, bro, there was no way.
And how did that affect your mental health? Nah, just like
fuck, dude. Pretty shitty the next day, actually. But nah, then I even said this on the last pod. I was kind of like, it was a little bit like for a couple days, bro. I was a little sad, bro, just because I guess like it was really stressful, and I remember thinking to myself like, hey, look, you can't wait for it to kind of be over. But after the fact, I was like, damn, like what the fuck, like there's a lot of like fulfillment that came from that, you know.
Hell yeah.
It was it was stressful, but it was just you had something to look forward to, and then after you just took a little bit of like, all right, we need to get back to
gotta start planning the next one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nah, for real, dude, it's time to fucking punch in, bro. Like it's fucking time to grind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back to it. I mean, we kind of took it. Been a little bit slow since the event. I think we released one the next week, and then we're gonna take this week. We're not gonna upload something this week because this one's gonna release next week. So, but after that, we're
fucking
back
hitting
to
the ball. Yeah, fucking rolling
straight to it. So
hell yeah. I think everybody's looking forward to that.
Yeah, we have some guests lined up, bro. Like some bangers.
Some heavy hitters, man.
You want to give the viewers
fucking
a little
heavy hitters
and who you got coming on? Come on, give them something. Just one of them.
A name?
Yeah, just one of them. It's because
I don't want to say it and then like
have something
not pan out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Look, knock on wood. We're not jinxing anything here. Give the people one name that they can look forward to seeing on the.
A name? I can give you like.
Give them a hint at least.
A hint, yeah. Well, we got a few. Like we got a really big person in the music industry that could possibly come in.
Okay.
We have a really big just businessman that everybody knows in El Paso. We have a possible very prominent political figure that can possibly be on the show.
You talking about
we're fucking dude.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, but we got some.
Have Don on this.
We got some freaking bangers, dude, and I'm excited. Like there's a lot of possibilities, and I just think it's gonna keep growing from there. So
y'all hear that? Stay tuned.
Nah, for sure.
Be checking the socials.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for that lineup. Waiting for them announcements.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. So
Men's Mental Health Month, man.
Yeah, Men's Mental Health. So we asked you guys to send us in some questions. We have some from Instagram, and then we just went live. So let's start off with some. I think. Okay, some of them are centered around mental health. Some of them are centered around just life in general. So any of you guys can like start to answer, but Jonathan Jordan said, "How does the feeling of feeling behind affect your mental health?"
How does what?
How does the feeling of feeling behind?
Of feeling behind?
Yeah.
I think feeling behind in its own is subjective, right? Like,
yeah.
Obviously you're behind of your, like, are you talking like your I guess your own expectations for yourself?
Yeah, like I get maybe what you think society is expecting of you, or even your own standards. You know?
Are you comparing? Right. See, that's the key though, because if you're comparing yourself to your peers, then
well, it is. I feel like, and this is just generally speaking. I feel like it's not even. I mean, it can be with your peers if like your boys fucking, you know, then you might feel left behind. But even then, I mean, dude, you could be like neck and neck with all your friends, but because I feel like what we see on Instagram, we see like young celebrities, young YouTubers. I mean, I think that's like the standard that we are comparing ourselves to, is like we just see these young guys that got the glory.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how I personally felt. I mean, I don't know about you guys.
No, for sure. And I think that's what I mean more. Not necessarily your peers then maybe, but like people around your age that you're seeing out in the world, like whether it be through social media or, well, that's mostly the case now, right? But that's tough in its own, because I remember hearing about this a while ago, and you only see the best of people on social media, right? Like nobody's going on there. Well, there might be a very select few of people that are putting everything out there, you know what I mean? But there's not a majority of people are not posting their losses or their downfalls on social media. So what you're seeing is the best of everyone.
Yeah.
So that's tough in its own. Like, you're experiencing every part of your own life.
For sure.
You're not just experiencing your best. Like you see other people's best on social media. You're experiencing the full spectrum.
Yeah.
So that can be tricky in its own, like, because I remember I'm a little more aware of this now, but I used to do that shit. I used to, like, even out of high school.
Yeah.
I used to be like, oh, I'm a year out of high school and there's people that are my age and they're about to graduate. Or little things like that. And I just think everybody has their own path. And, like, obviously, it's important to stay true to your own expectations and what you have, what you expect of yourself, but you can't look too deep into social media. You can't look too hard at what other people are doing.
Yeah,
because that's always gonna feel, no matter where you're at, there's always gonna be somebody that's a little further ahead.
No, 100%.
At least on social media.
Yeah, but you know what's strange, bro? And this is me speaking just from my personal experience, is that, and it's weird that I feel like this, but it's not even sometimes it doesn't even correlate to like a certain like demographic or like a certain like age group. Like, I feel like I just see certain things and I put it in my head that I want those things, and then like for whatever reason subconsciously I just feel like I'm not, like, I just feel behind, bro. Like, I just feel like I can't do this, I can't do that, and I just start piling up all these things that I can't do essentially, and then you just feel behind. Like, you just like, I can't do a lot of shit. Like, I need to do something, and then you just feel like you just can't do much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I can definitely relate to that.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think, at least from my perspective, like, because I think everybody experiences that to some extent, for sure. I think the key to, like, I guess maybe not completely solving it, but definitely helping it is, like, first of all, like, gratitude. Because I feel like when you're constantly focused on like what other people have, like, and then you're just not looking at all like the true blessings that you have around you, I think that's a big thing. Because also you look at like maybe what's something that another person has. First of all, you don't know what they did to get to that position that they're in, and second, like, it could just be like smoke and mirrors, bro. They could just be fucking like, it could be all a facade. Like, you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that person could really be struggling on the inside. And from what I understand, like, just, have you ever met someone that you really look up to?
Yeah.
And they could still be really good people, but you get to know them, you actually become really close, and then you start to realize like all the flaws that they have. And sometimes even with girls too, like, sometimes girls you really like and like you kind of put on a pedestal sometimes, like, because they're so like, you just think of them as like, wow, like, damn. But then, like, just like anybody, you get to know them a little bit, and it's like, oh wow, like, just like me, they have flaws as well too, you know.
She was cool the first couple of times.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to like,
essentially,
like, I'm just saying in context. It's just an example.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think, dude, I think you hit it on the head with that one, dude. I think it's all about being grateful and showing gratitude for the things we do have. I think that's where it starts, because once you learn to appreciate that, I think that's when you're ready to grow, like literally grow, and you learn to just appreciate the small things, and that's when more blessings start to come into your life.
Yeah.
And I think everybody has to find stuff to be grateful for. Like you might not drive the most expensive car, or you might not be exactly where you want to be career-wise, but there's definitely something that you have that you could be grateful for, whether it's health or...
Dude, some people, like, you should be grateful for, like, your family being, like, just so close.
Right.
If they're close, you know?
Right. I mean, I think it's different for everybody, bro, but I think we all definitely have something to be grateful for. I mean, you might lack in certain areas, but you definitely have something to be grateful for. I mean, even now, dude, like, after I just came off of, being injured and not being able to walk, dude, I mean, I realized how much harder life would be if I didn't have a leg, bro. Yeah. Like, a lot of us take walking for granted. Like, dude, you're healthy, you can walk, you can move around, you have the ability to work for yourself, dude. That's a blessing, bro. Like, you should be grateful. You can go to the kitchen and
fucking serve yourself.
Dude, like, you have the opportunity to make your own situation better. Like, that's a blessing.
I've been seeing videos lately where like travelers on YouTube are going to like third world countries or very impoverished areas. And that right there is, I recommend everybody to go check out something like that, because if you want to be grateful for something, that'll show you tons of shit to be grateful for.
Or even just like in Bangkok, bro, because it's Thailand's still considered like a third world country. Yeah. But out there, it's, I mean, obviously everybody has like, everywhere in the world, people have like their problems or issues. Very like impoverished people, but dude, like there's some of the most like happiest people you ever meet, just because they go home and they're just like, on a normal Wednesday, like Thursday, it's just a normal thing to go sit around like with your friends around like just like a circle and have like a freaking beer or two and like literally just like talk, bro, and just chill and like just vibe. Like it's a normal thing for them. So
life
like,
is so simple.
Yeah, for them it's like, yeah, they might not have everything, but to them that is everything, because they're just not used to like.
And that's exactly where I think we're getting at is everybody needs to find that thing within them. Because obviously, like I said, you might not, or even if let's flip the table real quick. Even if you do have those things and you're satisfied in that aspect, you might not have some of these other things that other people have to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned family earlier. Maybe you never really had a close family growing up. Maybe you're not close with any of your family, but you do have a lot of these things that other people desire. Yeah. But it's just really important that everybody finds that thing or things to be grateful for in their life, and that'll go a long way.
Yeah, because you could always turn to that, you know,
for sure,
when you're shittiest positions.
It's all a perspective thing, man. Just it's all about how you see things, and you carry that negativity. It's gonna carry to you, bro. You hold that positivity. I mean, you're gonna focus on the positive, the good, and you're gonna attract more of that.
For sure. I
mean, I'm a firm believer in that, dude.
You'd be like, well, you know, just an example. You could be like, well, I might not have $1 to my name. I might live in a shitty apartment. I might drive a piece of shit to work every day and work my 9 to 5. But I'm hung like a horse. I got a fucking 10-inch piece hanging between my legs.
And this motherfucker's dangerous, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Just find that. I mean, you could be grateful for something.
I gotta. No, this is just an example.
Okay.
I got a slightly like below average piece on me, but I got money.
Yeah.
I drive a fucking Hellcat.
Yeah.
I fucking, you know.
Talk to us.
or I might have a fucking Mini on me, dog. But I might have some fucking charisma, dude, out the fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking dude.
Yeah,
you're gonna win somewhere in life, dude.
You don't always need to use that, dude. Sometimes that's all you need is just some charisma in your hands, and
being funny goes a long way.
But also, like, just sometimes you need another perspective, a third person, to like come in and like actually sometimes tell you like bro, look what you're doing, bro. Like, this prime example, this is what got me emotional at the event. Is a lot of people like came up to me and you, bro, just like saying like, first of all, how proud they are. Second, like just the fact that, for example, we're 41 episodes in, bro, and we threw like a live podcast. We've only been doing it for a year. The fact that like so many people actually came out to hear like let's freaking 224-year-olds like who really still really don't got shit figured out for themselves, but we have a passion and we have some experiences and we really just like want to give other people a platform. The fact that they came out and just to support that and so early on, like it was just other people telling us like, yeah, I really put in perspective. And then Tito, who you know and I know, bro, he blew my mind. That's what brought me to tears, bro, because like I was happy the whole night and I was still happy when he was saying this, but like he was just so adamant of like, bro, like you're really doing this, like especially like in the Northeast. That was a key point. And like, don't get me wrong, like I love all of El Paso, but like sometimes people don't understand like when we say the Northeast, like the fact that we did it there and like people don't go out there, bro. Like, dude, it has like, dude, the Northeast really does carry like a stigma, dude. Like people just see it as like the real ghetto, dude. They think like fucking it's trash over there.
You know how many times in life I've told someone where I was from and they've been like, Andres. The Northeast.
God. Dude. I mean, that's so common,
that's
dude.
The reaction.
Andres?
I heard it was dangerous.
You go to Andres?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not fucking Baghdad. We're not in Syria.
Yeah. No, for sure. But it was just like his just what he was saying, like, and that's when it really hit home. That's when I really realized like what we were doing.
And sorry to interrupt, bro, but it's not even like what he just said, but it's how he said it, bro. I mean, like, you can hear the passion, like the honesty, like the sentimental feelings that it like brought him personally, bro. Yeah. And even knowing that, like, even if like it only hit him that way, dude, just knowing that we got one person to feel that, I mean, it's like, dude,
but y'all didn't though. You got everybody that was at your event to feel.
But I mean, essentially, yes, bro. Like that's what we're going for. But I'm just saying, like what he felt that night, dude. Like, for sure. That was different, dude. Yeah.
Like, and bro, he made me fucking like, bro, dude, waterworks, bro. I was like, dude, fuck.
What's crazy is he had 2 separate conversations with me and Diego, and he made both of us cry, dude.
Yeah. Yo, shout out Tito. I know Tito. The genuine ass dude.
Nah, dude. For sure. And it was just it was amazing, bro. And like,
oh, dude, Sedante's performance. That's another one that hit home, bro. It hit the heart. That was beautiful, bro.
Yeah, because he's been through hell and back, bro.
And the thing about his music, bro, is that it translates to all walks of life. Like, I mean, his story is insane, bro. But I mean, we've all seen some traumatic things in life and been through some deep times in life. And I mean, just hearing his music, bro, how it's coming from like the heart, dude. I mean, it's he was talking about his trauma and he was vulnerable up there, dude. He was vulnerable up there, and that, to me, bro, that goes a long way, bro. Like, I always respect a man that can be vulnerable.
Yeah, like he started talking about how he cheated.
Yeah,
like, I mean, not to put him on blast, but like he's like, it was there. Yeah, and he said like he was talking about that and like how he literally like he was talking about the things he'd been through, the wrong things he did on stage, bro, in front of everybody, and like.
Yeah. But how perfect was that? Like, it's from the heart fest, bro. And, like, it's funny that like. You can't get much more from the heart than what you get up on stage, bro. Like,
no, it was special, bro. It really was, and like, I can't wait to obviously do it again. But yeah, it was just, from what I understand, like, people host events, and there's a lot of really good events. But I think just the vibe we were trying to capture, I think it really did do that, you know. Because I feel like everybody, like the energy from everybody, I just feel it was like it was good. It was a good group of people. And yeah, man, definitely make it to the next one for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who is y'all's biggest inspiration in life?
That's a tough one. Yeah. You want to go first?
I mean, I mean, essentially for me, it's easy, but yeah, it's easy, and I'm just gonna say it's my mom, bro. Like, dude, that, I mean, and it's like, dude, I took my mom for granted for a long time. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. I didn't realize like my mom's position financially growing up, you know, because, you know, and growing up, dude, like, you know, I wanted expensive things, bro. I wanted expensive shoes, and don't get me wrong, it was a struggle to get it out of my mom, but dude, like, my mom for the most part gave me everything I could ever ask for, dude, and not to say I'm not grateful for my dad just as much, but my mom was just the one that would mostly take care of me, like spoil me. You know, my dad took care of the bills, whatever. Like, he did his thing. Super grateful for my pops, but my mom like would splurge on me, dude. And knowing she had bills too, like knowing she had to buy groceries, dude. And then growing up, realizing like what kind of money my mom would make a year. I mean, dude, like once I like got to the age to where I could realize that, and you know, I matured in life and understood money, dude. I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I could never repay this woman back, dude. Like just knowing, bro, like the positions I probably put her in financially, bro. Like, just me being so needy and feeling like I needed to have the coolest shoes. Yeah. I mean, just looking at it now, dude. Like, I want to give her the world. Like, it's my goal, my dream to like give her a car, buy her a home. Like, fucking huge inspiration, dude.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. That's. So, like, your biggest inspiration became someone that you wanted to spoil and give back to, which is great. Like, that's fucking for sure. Awesome. So, honestly, my quickest answer and the easy answer for me, too, would also be my mother for similar reasons. And I've talked about it on here before. Yeah. But it's got to be a number of, like, also my pop. And also, even though... he's younger than me, my little brother too, because it wasn't necessarily that I was looking up to him, inspiring to be what he is. Yeah. it was more so inspiring to make myself better, to give him a good example of what to be and what to do as he got older. So he's up there for sure, but it's within the household, like it's close, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely multiple inspirations in my life, but those are the most two obvious ones off the top of my head.
I was about to say LeBron James, bro. I was about to ride his dick so hard. Fucking LeBron, he's the fucking one.
Yeah. No, when it comes to like a figure like that, for sure, Bron. But
that's like, I feel like that could be a separate question.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, who's the most influential,
like figure, icon?
The most influential inspiration.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think for me, hopefully it's not too selfish. But like, obviously, I think my dad is a big one, and my mom, dude. Like, I can't even you can't even put into words what they kind of just do for you, like especially growing up, and just all that you owe them back. Like, yeah, you literally said it. Like, you can't pay them back, bro.
Right.
Obviously, maybe money, but like just the time and just like all the love and just everything, bro. Like, it's almost impossible.
I mean, even the certain sacrifices.
Yeah.
Just
and the thing is, bro, like, what amazes me is like, obviously not all parents are like this, but they don't expect anything in return, bro. And that's what's like insane to me. Like, it's literally just out of like
unconditional love.
So that just shows you, like, they would rather have you, you know, say you have a family down the road.
Yeah. Which is why essentially guys like us will never find love.
We've already had the best love one can
There's no fucking topping that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but like when you do eventually get older, or whenever it's appropriate for you to start a family of your own, I'm sure that's the way that you can repay them. You know, is just pay that love forward to your kids.
Can you talk a little bit louder, Brett? I'm sorry, it's because it's hard for me to hear you. No, dude, I don't have headphones. I gotta like hear you.
Okay,
my bad. Yeah, I'll start yelling in this. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Yeah, and also, well, it's like I said a little selfish because like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I just get really inspired when I think about the person I can become. Because obviously, I look like I have amazing people to my side but like when I think about what really, really drives me, I think about like the person that I can eventually like aspire to be. And maybe I am him already, but it's just a matter of
you ain't shit.
As far as mental health, not him, but like it's inside.
This is why our mental health is fucked up.
Like that.
You think you're somebody?
You ain't shit. You ain't nobody yet.
Just immediately.
You ain't nothing but a motherfucker.
Your mama raised the bitch.
Yeah, just like all that I can do, especially like for other people.
Yeah.
And I just always think about that. Like, that's what fires me up, you know. I don't know.
Dude, there's definitely I mean, yeah, we all like envision our best selves, dude, and I mean that's something that's very inspiring as well. I mean, you should just picture yourself like having, you know, like the dream body you've always had, just doing the things you wanted to do, accomplishing the goals you've always wanted to like accomplish.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's beautiful when you imagine in your head.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to say like it's something that I think about like often. It's nothing that I really like think about in that sense. I mean, I just know I want better, and like right now I feel like I'm just trying to take it step by step right now, and just use like what's around me as motivation, you know. So like honestly, dude, it's like my mom that's pushing me. It's like my parents, essentially, my sister, dude, because my sister also has always been there for me. And I feel like I owe her the world. And bro, you guys, dude, like, I mean, you guys push me to be better all the time, you know, spiritually.
Having you mention it, like, yeah, like my boys, my friends, my brothers growing up, like, inspired the fuck out of me too, for sure.
You're
like,
goddamn right.
I want to do right by my boys.
I mean, Doug, honestly, you might not even realize, dude, but you inspired the fuck out of me, dude. I mean, and in so many different ways. I mean, even when we were like, dude, I remember we were both down bad, dude. And I mean, dude, I was calling this guy halfway across the country, bro. Like, I remember I was in fucking Amazon at the time, dude, and I'm calling this guy, and it's like 9 p.m. my time. And
you said country, the world.
Shit, the world, yeah, dude. I did say country. You're fucking right. Yeah. And dude, we were fucking there, like, just talking about shit we're going through, bro. Like literal facts, bro.
That is wild, bro. That I like. Yeah, like
even when I was in Illinois, bro, and this fucker was in Arizona, same shit. Like, we weren't talking every day, but when we would talk, it'd be like about shit we're going through, bro, and we were fucking always vulnerable, and we still always would have, you know, deep conversations.
We kind of had the worst times, like, at the same time, honestly.
Facts.
Like a lot, especially during college, because when you had went through, like, your incident, you know, that's when I was, like, really fucking, the first time I was really going through it, as far as, like, with panic attacks and fucking all that shit.
That's what's crazy about this podcast too, is like, I feel like we've had plenty of episodes of this podcast without recording it. We would talk about that, you know, like,
for sure.
We would get deep and talk about.
And see, essentially, when we talked about our story, dude, we were fucking 5 episodes in, 10 episodes in. Like, I mean, we didn't have a crowd, and I mean, I'm sure some people heard the story, but dude, we were down bad, like, at one point, and just to see how, like, we've evolved, dude, and, like, where we're at now, it's I mean, dude, I can't even, like, put it into words how like night and day difference it is. Yeah, it's insane, bro. Like, literally.
The way I see it is, like, we've, like, gotten, because we still talk about the struggles we have, like, all the time, especially now, because there's always just going to be something else that you have to be worrying about, or something. There's always going to be something. You're never going to get to a point, like, when you think that you've, like, overcame what you were wanting to overcome, there's another thing that's going to occupy your mind. So it's just a matter of, like, I think you get stronger as a person and you become more resilient. But I think from what, like, we've all done, I feel like we've kind of gotten past those hurdles, but we've set ourselves up to be able to, like, I guess, like, when I say this platform, because it still has so much room to grow, but we've kind of just laid the groundwork for it. And, like, now it's just about really fucking, like, just working, you know, just putting in the work. Obviously, doing a lot more other things, like adding more things, but more than anything, like, you got the brand, you got everything. It's just a matter of, like, staying focused at the end of the day. Like, that's the biggest thing. That's what I think. That's what determines whether you actually are successful or not. Or who said it, bro? Somebody said, he was like, it's about who does it the most. That's it. Evander said that. It's literally all about who does it the most, and that's true, bro. Like, you look at Joe Rogan, bro. Like, that motherfucker at that, like,
on time, he's going
500 episodes in, he still didn't really even have, like, maybe thousands, but, like, when you look at his audience now, is millions and millions of people all around the world. You know, most podcasts didn't really pop off until, like, their 200th episode, bro. Like, people really grind on this shit, bro. Like, it's not. So it's a long road, but it's just a matter of, like, just constantly enjoying it and just keeping doing it.
I was gonna say the fact that you said that your personal, like, satisfaction with it is what keeps you going. Like,
for sure. Like, we were genuinely excited to do this pod, bro. Like, not that, like, I get excited for, like, a lot of, like, every guest, but I guess because it's us. First of all, I think a lot of the pressure's off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because if there was another guest here, I'd be way more.
Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. No, I could relate, because if I was going on another podcast, I'd probably be like,
a little more nervous.
Yeah. But I'm just kicking it with the boys.
Yeah, no, it's like, this is like, and also, like, it feels like this is a space where we can, like, I mean, we're always ourselves, but we can truly be vulnerable, and it's easier to be vulnerable with you guys more than anybody else.
For sure, you know? And because, like we just said, that it's always kind of been that way. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
I don't
us,
think
bro.
we've ever, between any of us, ever, like, second guessed what we were about to say to each other.
Sure. No, I mean, and not only that, but like a second guess, I guess, is a way to put it, is, dude, like, when we have hard shit to say, like, when you don't normally feel comfortable saying to anybody else, I mean, with us, dude, it's always been something that's easy to say. Like, it was never,
for sure,
it was never nothing that we felt nervous or scared that's how y'all were gonna react. I mean, I've told this motherfucker some crazy shit, dude.
Like, bro, the way we talk to each other is actually, like, some people think we're, like, when we're going at each other, like, to us it's a little funny, but, like, if you didn't know us, you'd be like, yo, y'all need to chill, bro. Like, are y'all good? Like, you're about to fight right now. Like, it's funny,
but we're just to that point, bro, to where we've been so vulnerable with each other. Like, when we talk shit to each other, it's like out of love.
For sure. Yeah, that's, like, you know, that's how it should be. It's healthy. Yeah.
Fucker. fucking cocksucker.
You fucking pussy.
Yeah. Anyways, what is the biggest fuck, started out with
Anyway,
no diddy. What is a bigger sacrifice in life to gain success? And this one is by Nate.
What is the biggest sacrifice?
Yeah, to gain success in life. Like
Time?
the biggest sacrifice you have to make.
I'm gonna say it's time.
Like, and specifically, because what do you like? What kind of time are you trading off? Like time in what? Like with your social life or like
everything.
Well, that's the thing.
Do you not
it's
agree?
also very subjective. Like it also depends on who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like the kind of man you are. But I mean, the sacrifice of time is inevitable.
Right.
Like you're gonna have to give up some time somewhere in some fucking aspect of your life
to work on a certain craft. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
100%. But that might not be as much of a big deal as like sacrificing
family.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think that still comes down to time.
Yeah, like that's time that you're slipping out from your, you know.
But I'm saying like maybe it's money, right? Which also equates to time. Time is like
That's what I'm saying. Like
general,
specifically,
right.
like
time is the general.
Like
overhead.
I'm saying specifically, like do you have to give up a certain social life? Do you have to be lonely? Like do you have to do certain?
I don't think you have to be lonely, but I would say that if you're really on your grind and
I feel like
you're really digging deep into whatever you're doing, then. See, you are going to sacrifice some social.
You said it, bro.
Time.
You said it. Like I feel like you are going to be lonely to a certain extent. Like it's inevitable, bro. Because at the end of the day, like work, bro, is work, and no one's going to work but you. Like for what you want, like no one's going to put that work in, bro. And so with that being said, like you're sacrificing, nights out. You're sacrificing time with friends, sacrificing time with family. I mean, and it depends. Everybody is like in a different market. You know, some people's success was built out of a career, dude. Like they had to punch the clock to make all of this money, and so in that case, dude, like you're sacrificing a bunch of stuff, dude. I mean,
do you have to sacrifice some of your mental health to kind of like
in
get
a
to a
career
certain position?
I'm gonna say in a career, bro, it's more of your mental health that suffers because you don't have a choice. Like as an entrepreneur, like you get that choice to take a mental day.
Because like there's some people that like are doing really well, like especially in their career, and then like they're making money, but then like sometimes if you know them personally, you ask them like how are you actually doing though, like how are you doing mentally? Because that's something I ask people like all the time, and they kind of like are caught off guard. But like sometimes I'm like how are you, like how do you feel, bro?
Well, because we're used to the hey, how's it going? How are you doing?
Small
Oh,
talk.
good. Like how about you? You know, but like
how are
really
you,
sitting down and being like, how's your mental? Like,
like when you think about it, like how are you, bro?
Right.
Like how are you doing?
Really, like no, good and you know, like talk to me. How really? How are you?
Staying busy.
How are you?
Staying busy. That's a common one.
Yeah. But see, I think that's another thing. It's like sacrificing your mental health can be
not getting enough sleep. You know.
Right. It just depends on who you are and what you value, like and what makes your mental health up. Like I don't necessarily think that my mental health suffers too much if I don't get enough sleep consistently. Maybe like if I'm consistently not getting the sleep that I need to be getting, then it probably will. But if I have a couple nights a week where I'm not getting the time that I need, then I'll probably be. But like other things might, like quality time with family, that might affect my mental health a little more than sleep. Or
I think it sometimes also depends on what you're doing and how much you actually like are fulfilled by what you're doing. Because like for example, like when I was doing the event shit, even though like I was all like for at least like a month, bro, I was fucking tired. I was like stressed. I can still say like I wasn't depressed, you know, I wasn't sad. I was just fucking like stressed, but in a way it wasn't bad because like I was so excited for this one day and I was fulfilled. I knew what I was doing was like gonna pay off.
But see, look at that from a different side of things, where like you're so busy, you got so much things to do that you're constantly irritable. Like you don't want to hear shit from like your wife, your girlfriend, or whoever. Like that can be the negative repercussions of being too busy. You know what I mean? And that's
what I had thought about. I was like, this kind of goes into relationships with I think we always talk about, but like when I was like talking about this, the fact that I'm single and that I was able to do all these things, but I was really the only one that was feeling the stress and everything. Would it have a negative impact on me more if I felt like the stress from my partner, you know?
That's real, bro, because in a relationship, bro, they're gonna apply pressure. They're gonna say, hey, where's our fucking time? All you're fucking concerned about is this, and that. And don't get me wrong, you can have great partners that are, willing to understand you and are empathetic. Like, yes, that is true, but that's not always the case. And if you do have a partner that's adding that extra pressure on you, I mean, dude, the weight just gets heavier. I mean, and now you're really fucking juggling.
Yeah,
And
that can be tough.
It's a tough thing to balance, dude. I mean,
factor in, but like you're adding factors now. Factor in a child.
Oof.
Factor in, you have a kid.
Dude,
while you're trying to finish your dream.
Dude, this is life 101, bruh. Like, these are like the fucking things we're gonna have to balance and figure out eventually. And I think that's the beauty in chasing entrepreneurship and just being your own boss, dude, because I mean, you get the leverage and you get the privilege to take time off at will if you want to, right? I mean, right now, if Joe was feeling really bad, dude, or something terrible happened, I mean, they can take time whenever they want to and say, Diego, run the store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they can do that, dude. I mean, if they're in a point where, shit's getting shaky, whatever, like, hey, let's take a mental break. Let's leave the business to Diego for a little bit. Let him run, our day-to-days and whatever, dude. I mean, I think that's like the biggest thing that is an advantage of being like your own boss.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, fuck yeah, that was an epiphany.
Dude, and yeah, dude, that's real. Yeah. It's fucking real. But I think what helps a lot, dude, is you just can't forget like what you're doing it for. And back to like the point of what we were saying, bro, is like staying grateful, dude. I mean, just be grateful that you have a job. Be grateful that your family's okay. Like, just remember those things, bro, and I think it'll help a lot in not consuming the negative so much. Letting the negative just be the negative, and it's like it's there, but you're not fucking focused on it. You're not sitting there staring at the negatives. Let's look at the positives, I
think it's also important to mention that something that you might be grateful for now might not always be there to be grateful for. If that makes sense.
No, for sure.
So like, let's say that you're grateful that your family's real close and your family's healthy right now. Not to wish bad on anybody, but something happens and one of your family members gets sick. Then it's like, that's going to fuck you up, right? Mm-hmm. But you really just have to dig deep and find what is that next thing that you can be grateful for. Because there's always going to be something there.
Yeah.
The shittiest of situations, there's always going to be something there.
Yeah.
It's all about mindset and how you look at things. Like, you might have to learn how to value certain things more than others. But if you dig hard enough, you're always gonna find something that you can be grateful for.
So I forgot to mention the names. Ramal asked, "Who's y'all's biggest inspiration?" So that's one we answered. Biggest sacrifice in life was it's by Nate. Vic asked, "When did you hit rock bottom and how did you get out?" Much love, papas. Shout out to Vic, man. He got a fight coming up. I think July 7th.
Hell yeah. 7th or 6th?
July 6th, I think, maybe. I don't know. It's one of those 2 days, but
it's verified.
We all gotta fucking pop out, bro.
Oh, we're gonna make it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go?
These fights are lit, dude. His fights are lit.
Bro, I was talking to him at the event about our experience at his fight that we went to in Albuquerque. And because I was telling my little brother Craig about it, and like how we were in there chatting 915s and shit in Albuquerque, and like I was like, it sucked because unfortunately a lot of the El Paso fighters were losing before he came on, like, and we're just like,
not just losing, bro. They were getting fucking starched.
We were taking one loss after another, and Big came out and got that first round TKO, bro. Like first round finish, and we were fucking
lit,
high.
bro. Not to mention we were like drunk, bro.
Yeah. And that, but that fucking moment took all the like the previous fights, all the previous El Paso losses away. Like, our boy got that shit done.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'll remember that. I'll literally remember that moment forever, bro. Like, that was an amazing moment.
Doug came in clutch and walked up the...
he grabbed my drink, bro.
Tossed up the drink. Yeah.
I was like...
Fuck, that was a lit scene for sure, bro. That was crazy. It was cool as fuck to reconnect with some of the boys out there, too, bro. Like
D-Luz.
Yes, bro. That was awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad we stayed another night, too. That was lit.
Bro, we always
shout out to Curry, bro, for coming through with the fucking... We didn't even think to go to the... One of like a nice casino, bro, and pay what, like, was it like $50 or some shit?
Nah, bro, it was like 80.
It was like 80.
Like, we split it, but it was like for the weeknight, or it was It was a Sunday, I think. Wasn't
it was a Sunday,
Yeah.
and we were gonna go to like the DoubleTree and spend like 125, 150
for some shady room.
Yeah, and then we ended up going to like this nice ass casino, bro. Super
with
dope,
fees
bro.
and everything, taxes. I think it was like $80.
So I'll tell a 25% military discount, bro. That's crazy.
That shit came in clutch. And we were all like calling around. He's like, "You motherfuckers! Like, who you calling? Like, we need to find something." And he's like, "Just call the fucking casino."
Yeah.
Like,
and we were like, "No way."
Yeah,
bro.
like I'm thinking, that shit's gonna be like $250, $300 a night type shit.
Yeah.
Call them up. Oh yeah, we can get you with your military discount. We got you with like $80 after all the
was
fees.
crazy,
and shit.
bro.
We're like, bro.
Nice
ass room too.
So Mr. Coley, Jamal, y'all gotta talk about different ways for men to cope with emotions. I've seen too many of my N-word drown their sorrows in alcohol.
You want to have James read the question? No, I'm just kidding.
I say it right.
To be fair, I feel like I have the card, but it's never.
You do, brother.
It's never been in my vocabulary.
I'm telling you here right now on live.
Say it. Nah, I'm just kidding.
What's the
Say it, bitch ass nigga.
I'm confused. What are you guys talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
I've seen too many of my drown their sorrows in alcohol.
No, that's a good point though.
I think it's, first of all, not alcohol. I think alcohol is a big one. There's a lot of just like things that people use, like short term. What's the word?
Coping mechanisms. But I completely see where he's coming from with the alcohol, because I've been around alcoholism about my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, and firsthand, I've seen the damage it causes, and not everybody stops and realizes like, damn, this person's probably going through some shit, and that's why they're fucking. And not saying it's an excuse. Yeah. It's not, but it really is a disease. And like, it's something that a lot of the time that person falls into, and then they can't get back out. But like he said, they probably originally started by leaning on it to help them with the tough time that they're going through, or like, fuck, this shit sucks, but when I get home, I'm gonna have a couple beers and I'm gonna feel way better. You know what I mean? Like, and that's an easy fix, right? That's a quick fix, because you do get dopamine from
you forget like the troubles, and you feel a little better.
You're loose, and like.
Have you ever had an alcohol experience where you actually get super emotional though?
Oh yeah.
Where it all comes out.
Honestly, bro.
No diddy.
I get emotional as fuck sometimes when I get real fucked up.
I've seen those moments. Yeah.
And like, I feel stupid as fuck, because I'm like, I'll never get this emotional when I'm sober. But that's kind of like
it can be a good thing.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm like, well, why don't I? You know what I mean? Because it's at the end of the day, the biggest reason why I get that way is passion. I'm passionate about something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might not be the fucking most important.
Yeah.
But like, at the end of the day, that's what I can chalk it. Like, when I do get emotional, it's passion. Like, which I think is the case for a lot of people, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that obviously that's a and I'm trying to figure out the right way to word this, because I can't just say, oh well, drinking alcohol isn't gonna fix all your problems, because no shit, like, obviously, but it will help you in the short term for sure. And a lot of people that start drinking and pick up a drinking problem don't realize that it's a problem.
Yeah, but it's like putting a Band-Aid like on a, like, what's the word?
It's like putting a Band-Aid on a torn tendon.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna, but the point is you're gonna feel some relief, but like the main issue is still there, bro. Like you really have to do some like crazy internal work.
It's not gonna go anywhere, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like
and
that,
in fact, it's probably gonna exacerbate it.
And so what can we recommend as an alternative to somebody that might be wanting to indulge in alcohol to try and
before that, I wanted to mention that there's a lot of other things, bro. There's sex. People like become addicted to like sex, and that's how they porn, cocaine, like other drugs, food, bro. Food's a big one, bro. People eat their sorrows, and that can cause an eating disorder, you know. And it's just some people, thankfully they get addicted to working out, bro, and that's like something.
But even then, though, I mean, that can get unhealthy at a certain.
It's a rolling ball effect,
right?
dude. I mean, it really does. It all rolls downhill, dude. It all goes hand in hand. And when you and I think it starts with, I mean, dude, it starts with your habits. I mean, you have to make a change, dude. You have to You have to do something outside of the norm. I mean, instead, like, because we all have a routine, bro. Whether that be, you know, I get off of work, I come home, I smoke weed, and then I play video games. That might be one guy's routine. The next man's routine might be, I fucking get off work, I come home, I fucking eat and drink. You know what I'm saying? That might be another guy's routine. And then the other guy's routine is he comes home,
just
he
like
fucking works out, reads a book, and drinks a tea to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, and you tell me how that's not gonna like take a toll on like how you develop and who you become. You get what I'm saying? So I think it starts with just building a good habit, like one good habit, and just fucking do it every day.
Do you feel like you have to hit rock bottom for that to happen? Like you have to like really like, okay, like I'm fucked up, bro. Like I'm in a terrible position.
I do kind of feel like you kind of have to, bro.
It's
I mean,
dangerous.
Mike Tyson said that he said you have to hit rock bottom, but I agree, dude. Like, cause you're not gonna realize like the depths of where you're at until you hit that rock bottom, and you're like, fuck, dude. Like, I haven't seen shore, dude. I haven't seen fresh air. Like, I've been drowning for months, maybe years. Like, dude, like I'm ready for a change. Like, it has to just click in your head, dude. Like, you have to be to the point to where you
have no choice.
Yeah, like back against the fucking wall, because other than that, it's gonna be like, well. This could be worse, like, you know?
And like you said, even once that does click, shit's not going to change until you start making those adjustments. Like, I don't know. I think that's a great point. Make like those small adjustments to your routine and to your daily, like, I don't know, maybe instead of going home and having cracking open a couple beers, go home and read a book. I don't know. I can't just give you one quick fix because it's going to be different for everyone.
Like, for example, prime example, we had Drop Dead, bro, Jonathan. He came on here and shared his story, and I think it's like very relatable. If you haven't listened to that one yet, by the way, that one's
deep,
amazing, bro.
Good
super devy.
For sure.
You were there for that one.
I was not there, but
you were here for Julian. Yeah. But anyways, he was talk about like his addiction and like just the things he was doing to kind of like cope with certain things that he was going through. Dude, he literally was blessed enough to not have died, you know, because he got into multiple, like, I think he got into maybe like 2 chases, bro. One of them which like he crashed his car really bad.
Like a police chase,
bro. He was in a high-speed chase, bro. Like, I think might be once, maybe even twice, bro, where he really like he wrecked his car bad. And he survived every single thing. He survived his benders, his cocaine, like just everything, dude. And then it really got to the point where it was multiple fuck-ups, bro. Like, literally fuck up after another. And, like, it really, one day, it just, like, all, like, hit him at once. The next day, he stopped. And it was just, like, that was it.
That's how it happens,
a year and a half now it's been, and he's been, like,
super clean.
Like, yeah, it's completely sober. And it's, like, yeah, sometimes it literally just takes like that one freaking moment, but I don't think it's you shouldn't wait for that, bro, because you can fuck around and lose your life like that, bro. Just kind of flirting with the devil, as they like to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And
when you were like really down bad, would you say like what took you, like what helped you, bro? Was it like your habits?
I think what really helped me when I was like, when I had some really bad like thoughts going on, it really got to the point, like, especially like when I was in Thailand. That's like one of the hardest parts, because I was out there alone, like I was with no one, you know. I vividly remember like being just laying down, bro, and like just thinking like, how the fuck did I like let myself get to this point, you know? And I was just, are
you saying mentally?
Mentally, yeah. How the fuck did I like? How did I end up here in this position? Like, just in such like.
Was it your position as far as like in Thailand?
No, just mentally, bro.
Okay.
Just mentally of like how I've become like so. I essentially remember saying like, I do not love myself. Like, I actually really do not like the person I am. Yeah. How did I get to that point? Yeah. I remember saying like, and it was an emotional moment, because like when you think about yourself, like, because it's hard for us to attach from our own self, like, because we like, does that make sense?
No, 100%.
Yeah, like, but when you think about yourself as like as your friend, like, you wouldn't treat your friend like sometimes you treat yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't talk to your friend the way you talk to yourself in your mind. So like when I was thinking about all these thoughts, and then I was like just kind of reflecting, like when I was really down bad, I was like, dude, like how did I just let myself get to this position? And it was just sad, bro. It was like I was just thinking about
emotional, bro.
I was so emotional, dude. And it was just like, fuck, dude. And then from that point though, I was like, and then I was just thinking about my nephew and just like my family, like they were so worried about me, bro. And like, how did I let them, like, it was just a whole bunch of things, but that's what really changed it to, where it's like, I'm going to do everything I can to like not feel like that again. And so that's when I say, like, sometimes I act out of fear as far as like doing certain things, because like I don't want to feel that feeling again. So sometimes that's why I go hard in certain things, or because I just associate that feeling with like certain behaviors, you know? And so, but yeah, I think when I think about like that position, it was rock bottom. Like it was terrible. Like I had some really bad thoughts, bro. So
yeah. And this is just my personal experience. Like I could relate to that 100%, dude. Like, and for me, like my point, like yours was in Thailand, like mine was in, like my real bad one was in Illinois, dude. Yeah. When I was just batshit depressed. Yeah. And I mean, I had a similar epiphany, dude, where I was just realizing, like, you know, how the fuck did I end up here, like, and how do I change it, dude? And this is, and I'm going that extra step to say that, and it was a wrong way to think of things, and it was a wrong approach, but at the time I thought the solution was to like become successful. And when I say successful, I mean like make money. And so I mean, when I had dropped out of college, dude, like my goal was to like run up a bag. Like I'm like, I'm gonna make money, and that's gonna be my solution, and that my view of myself is gonna change. But I was completely wrong. I mean, it doesn't start with like the money or the success, dude. I mean, it literally starts with building yourself from ground zero. Yeah. Fucking, you know, stripping off those layers that like we're scared to like get into, and reevaluate ourselds, and literally start doing shit for ourselves.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think because everything you said is true, but I think the one thing that I think sometimes people do not think about is I think the biggest thing that helps too is, I think the first thing you should do is start treating other people better, like immediately. Like when you feel like shit and when you're in that position, like you should make it a point to like treat the people around you so much better than you are.
And that's going to be the easiest part of the whole process, honestly.
Yeah.
Like treating other people better is way easier than being easier on yourself, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
no, for sure. I don't know. That was.
Why do you say it's treating other people better?
Just because, first of all, like sometimes why you're so down bad mentally is sometimes you're just overly focused on what you got going on, and sometimes it can be a selfish thing. So like whenever you start to focus more on other people, like how can I make another person's day better? Like how can I do that? And I don't know for myself, but like when I was really down bad, and then like I just felt, and then I started to get out of it, I felt this intense gratitude, like which I haven't felt in a while, and it sucks, but the times that like I've gotten, like I was immediately out of like a really shitty position, there's this feeling of like crazy gratitude, especially after you like overcome something, because you just think about like, damn, I felt like shit, like terrible. So you just feel a different sort of gratitude towards so many people and so many things. But it's just the more you kind of get into your routine of life, and you just kind of get back into your old habits. And sometimes it does take like one of those moments to like really like humble you in a way. It shouldn't, but it's fucking happening.
And I think essentially it's like getting back to like that innocent child. Like, yeah. And even though we're never gonna get that back, like that's essentially what we're trying to get back to is taking out of all of that like the hate out of our hearts, bro. Because essentially when you like go through some traumatic experiences, and what's crazy is the hate doesn't even have to be like towards a specific person or another people. Like the hate could just be in us. We could hate ourselves, bro. Like it can be that hate, and that hate projects on other people like unconsciously, like on accident, dude. And I think that's what also shapes a lot of our reality, is just carrying that energy.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? I just thought about it now. I think it's when you go through something like super fucking traumatic or something tough, it's like your ego completely dissolves. Like whatever, like,
fuck.
Yeah,
let's talk about that,
bro. That's exactly what it is. Because like whatever, I guess like grudges or whatever things that you were kind of holding on to, because you just got like completely just like humbled in the most like biggest way possible. It's like all you want to do is just like fucking love yourself and love people, you know. Because that's the same thing with psychedelics, bro. That's what it does. Like when you take mushrooms, they call it like a ego. I think you kind of like remove the ego.
Death,
yeah,
right?
some shit like that. But that's what it is, bro. Like you literally remove yourself from that, and at the core, like at your core self, you really are a very loving person, and like it's just that ego just gets fucking inflated, and like there's just so many things that can kind of like you just get so like. Like I don't know, entrenched in like your in one perspective, you know. There's actually a really vulnerable question that was asked.
What's the question?
How do you deal with feeling vulnerable and asking for help without worrying about what others might think, given that men are often expected to be tough?
I think that once you accept that being vulnerable and displaying your feelings is not a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
Like
it's actually the opposite.
Right. And that's what I mean, that's perfect actually, but that's what it is for me. Like I don't need to prove to myself that I'm fucking tough. I don't need to prove to anybody that I'm tough, you know what I mean? Like you can run this fade if you want.
That's a real man. I'm a real boy.
But I'm like, yeah, I talk about my feelings. You want to fight? But
so you said, what about my fucking story, bitch?
For real. No, but I mean, I don't know. I guess you just have to be comfortable with who you are, and that's the same with anything. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot more than just talking about your feelings, or you know, there's other situations that people experience where they might not get a reaction that they want to get, or they might face some hate or some backlash or whatever. But like, honestly, like the way I look at it is like, you think I'm a bitch for talking about my feelings, or then talk to me. Like, come tell me and talk to me about it. Like,
you say it to my fucking face.
No, that's not even. I'm not even like, not even from like a violent standpoint. But like, tell me why you feel that way. And like, you don't know me. You know what I mean? Like,
have you guys ever been in situations where like you maybe feel like you shared too much with a girl?
Yes.
And did you feel like, damn, did I fuck shit up, or were you like you made you, maybe you gave her the ick, or like whatever the fuck it is, or like do you feel, have you felt that before?
Yeah.
Damn.
Have
really? You? I can't say that I'm aware of it if it did happen, but maybe someone has, but I wouldn't know.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that like after I like was vulnerable with a girl that she just like got up and left because I was too vulnerable.
I was gonna say, like, is it because she let you know, or like the way she reacted to it, or because you like it was just like your own recognition of it?
Yeah, it was just like my own recognition of it. Like, I don't know, sometimes you just, and it's not even like my own recognition of it, but you just feel like
something changed.
Yeah. And you're just like, like,
do you feel like you crying in front of a girl would make her like think not like you the same, or not be as attractive?
I think what you're crying about.
Yeah, I mean that too. That for sure is valid. I mean, yeah, I would say that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, I don't like crying in front of girls, honestly. Cause
have you ever done it?
I have before.
Yeah.
So it's funny actually, but I almost feel like the hate, not necessarily hate, but like the controversy in men sharing their feelings and like being open to talking about shit like that, we get more shit from females about it than other men. Like that's how I feel almost. Like it's supposed to be like, oh, you look weak, or but like, you're not appearing to other. It's not necessarily that you're appearing to other males that way. I feel like a lot of the time it's the females that are like, he's fucking crying, or like, you know what I mean, like that whole thing, or like, and don't get me wrong, it could be men too, but like I'm just saying, like, I feel like most of the time it's, and not necessarily even the way that they're acting, but just the perception of how they will react to it. Yeah, because like he said, like I've been through the same shit. Like, I've shared too much, but it's not because of how they reacted. It's because of like, I told myself like, fuck, I shouldn't have. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone that far. I shouldn't have said this, and that.
But also, girls feel that way too. I mean, obviously, girls like I mean,
I'm sorry, is this men's mental health month? Or I'm just saying.
No, like for example,
I'm
like,
sorry,
Come again? You said woman what?
we don't actually mention
we're
women
not
here.
talking about women on this podcast. Just playing.
Yeah, I think for me, bro, like I don't know, maybe I'm just green, bro, but I don't know, like for me, I've always been like open, and it's never been a big deal to me. Like I just say it like how it is, and it's not like I just need to share something. Like it's always just been like
just you being you.
Yeah.
Well, and that's how it is with me. That's how it was with me too. But I just like afterwards find myself being like, "Fuck, was I?"
See,
like,
I've never felt that.
Yeah. See, that's I think what you were feeling too, right, James? Like, like it wasn't necessarily the way that they reacted to what you'd said.
Yeah.
It was more so like you in your own head, like, "Fuck, I think I."
I mean, you just don't want to be like, especially with the female, if it's like in a sense where you guys aren't like super established. Like you just feel like being vulnerable to like another person like that is just it's like giving them leverage, dude. Like that's just honestly how I feel. It's like giving them ammo. It's you're just telling them like where it hurts, like, you know.
And that's obviously not always the case. Like I'm not. When I said that, I'm not trying to like bash all females. Like but like there are definitely females out there that will make you feel like shit for sharing your feelings and talking about certain things.
At the same time, you don't want to even associate with those type of females. You know?
No, yeah, well, like, but I mean,
like it shows like true colors, you know.
And sometimes that's a thing, though. You don't always see that until
it happens.
You say some shit or until some shit like that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't see it at all. And like we were saying, you just say some shit and you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that's a good point though. Like with dudes, like if one of my boys is like crying about something, it's like
we all go through this shit. Yeah.
And like you should feel okay, but you should have you should be able to tell your boys like things you're going through for sure. There's definitely people that like dudes that do not have that circle though, for sure.
No, that's
exactly.
true.
And that's another thing is that not all men feel safe in their circle to talk about shit, bro. I mean, that's the reality of it. I mean, luckily we're blessed enough to have like this group of friends and I mean, we're us, bro, where we can be safe around each other.
Bro, I mean, we've known each other since we were literally like 5 years old, bro. So.
All of us.
And I feel like the bond that we built is so strong that even like when we're introduced to extensions of the group that we haven't even known as long, those relationships feel even stronger too. Like when I met Fonzie, for example, like shout out Fonzie, but like we were already what, seniors in high school when we met, because we were going on that trip, and like immediately
you guys clicked,
I was like, "Yeah, this is my boy." Like, and now, bro, like he is part of this circle. Like, you know, I consider this circle to be, it's not very big, but like the close friends, like he's definitely a part of that too.
For sure.
Like, even though I haven't known him nearly as long as I've known you or James or Vayu. Like he's still like, for sure. Gabe too. Gabe, yes, bro. And it's the same thing. Like I haven't known Gabe nearly as long as I've known you, or as long as you've known Gabe. But like, I still feel that way about Gabe too, bro. Like Gabe, like y'all are fucking friends or brothers. And see that's the thing too, is you made a good point. Like not everybody has a circle like that, but I think it's important that somebody finds at least one person who they can really lean on like that. Like male or female, right? Like whoever it is, like it could be one of your parents, you know what I mean? But everybody needs to be heard. Like everybody needs to find somebody that they could talk to and that, you know, they can listen to also, because I feel like a lot of my progression through mental health has come from listening, not just talking about shit that I'm going through, but listening to your story and what you went through in Thailand, listening to your story and what you went through in Illinois. Like that makes me stronger, hearing y'all's experiences. And I think that's one of the biggest values that this podcast carries as well, is that like people are able to tune in and they don't necessarily have to talk and share their feelings or how they feel, but they get to hear our perspectives on it, and that might help them get a little stronger. You know what I mean? Like that might help. Like who knows? They could be like in their room watching the pod and being like, well, yeah, I've kind of experienced something like that before, and they don't necessarily have to go tell somebody, but like they're sharing that experience through us, like through a screen.
No, the amount of ease I've gotten from hearing someone talk about something that I'm currently like stressing over or thinking about, I mean, it means the world, you know.
If nothing else, just to know that there's somebody out there going through the same exact thing.
Exactly.
Like
just knowing you're not alone. And I think that's the biggest one is like just knowing you're not alone.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us when we're overwhelmed by our problems and it's at the forefront of our mind, I mean, we literally think we're the only ones. Like we sit here in this bubble and like are so like, oh, my life, that when you hear it come from, you know, another person and you realize, damn, like the average person is going through this, you know, like this is common.
In what situations do you think you should probably not be vulnerable, or like that it may just not be the best, like, because obviously like there's different like situations, and there's maybe sometimes a difference between being vulnerable and like being, because sometimes we can complain about certain things, we can play the victim in a lot of things.
No, for sure, yeah.
So like I feel like it's also important to like distinguish, you know, especially as men who like have responsibility to, you know.
Yeah, you can't go playing the victim.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna be vulnerable and like really talk about your feelings, then I mean you have to own up. You have to own it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it's hard sometimes because, like I said, and like James talked about, there's experiences where you're like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have shared that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily about what it is that you're sharing. I think it's more of who you're sharing it with. You know what I mean? And like where you're at that given time with that person. Because like I feel like in my instance, and I don't know if you can relate or not, James, but like I feel like in my instance, the relationship just wasn't that established yet. To where I should be like confiding in this woman, like telling her that I'm going through this or that. And like it wasn't like I was sitting there ranting to her. Yeah. But I had said something, and immediately like my natural instinct as a man was like, damn, I sound like a bitch right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I don't want her to think I'm a. Then that's where it spirals. Like I don't want her to think that like I'm a bitch. I don't want her to think that I can't handle this shit. You know what I mean? And that's what it came from. Like it's not. Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say it's not like necessarily what I don't even remember off the top of my head what I had said. Yeah. It was more I'm not a bitch. It was more so just like she doesn't really know me well enough yet to know that, like, you know what I mean? And that goes back to that question, like, how do you feel confident in you know, expressing your vulnerabilities without fearing what other people think. Yeah. And like there's times where it's just gonna be that way. Mm-hmm. But like I feel like the reason I expressed that in the first place is because I had gotten so comfortable with sharing my vulnerabilities with y'all and sharing my experiences with you guys that like I started getting close to this girl, and like immediately I was just not immediately, but like something had came up and I had shared something, and then it wasn't until afterwards that I was like, oh fuck, you know. And then again, it wasn't like necessarily the way she reacted to it or anything that she said. It was just more so you like, damn, she's not one of the boys. Like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting around. But like, and it turned out fine. Like, nothing ever came of it. But like, personally, I think you just need to know, like, who you're talking to. Like, you need to be vulnerable to like a certain, like, you know what I mean? You need to have like, it needs to be somebody that you have like an established relationship with. Like, you just can't go around being vulnerable to just anybody, right? And I think as long as you like are doing that, is going and having these vulnerable conversations with people that, you know, you've really like been through shit with, or, you know, built some rapport with, like legit rapport, or, you know, like your close family members, I don't think you ever have to worry about what they think, because I mean, you want to say, like, you want to be vulnerable with people that care about you. For sure. And if they don't really care about you, if you're getting to know somebody, like, that's not the time to be vulnerable. Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's perfect. That was part of it. Like, I don't know this person enough, and she doesn't know me enough for me to be sharing this information with her. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's just something that happened, and I mean, like I said, she's gonna think I'm gay. No, dude, that'll tear up relationships, dude. I mean, and just to like a flashback of when I was super depressed, dude, and I was getting to like, I mean, cause I was down bad, I was depressed, but like I still like, and I was alone, bro. So like I was, you know, looking for, you know, friends, girlfriend, whatever, just trying to experience a little bit of life in the times where I felt like I had no life in me. Obviously I was chasing like an experience to experiences, and I think when you're like really down bad in a certain place, dude, like you inevitably like just kind of carry that
energy, dude, and it's hard to maintain relationships or even establish a relationship when you're in those places, dude, because I mean, there's been endless of times, even like conversations that I've had with people like more on the recent side of things that knew me when I was really depressed. They're like, dude, like we all knew you were depressed. Like we can feel it in you. Like we can hear it on you. Like just everything. You know what I mean?
That's perfect that you said that too. Cause yeah, but like you don't want to, I'm a big energy guy too. Like the way that the energy that I give off to other people. And like, I'm a firm believer that if you're around shitty energy, you're gonna start adapting to that, and you're gonna have shitty energy yourself. You know what I mean?
100%.
Vice versa. Like if you're around positive energy all the time, then you're gonna start looking at life through a lot more of a positive lens.
Mm-hmm.
But that's perfect. Yeah. Like I don't want her to sit here and think that I'm fucking just complaining about everything, or like that I'm just like in a shitty mindset. Like oh, like, this is happening to me, and like, but you know, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, like you said, if somebody really cares about you and matters to you, you can tell them about anything, and they'll be, at the end of the day, they'll still be there for you. Like, it won't be a big deal. So,
how do you fight this?
I think
this goes along the
line. I just realized that this bottle of humidor is still sitting down here between us.
Nah, you can't see it. Oh, fuck. Can you see it?
Probably.
Yeah, you can.
That's been there the whole time and shit.
It's like, are we just promoting it? How
do you fight the stigma of taking care of your mental as weak or not manly? I guess we kind of hit on that.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you support men and how do you support your fellow men in their mental health journey? And this is from Alex Alejandro.
You want to touch on that?
Oh, I'll touch it.
Touch it a little bit. I'm just like,
that's how we do it. We touch on it.
Alex, you munch. Nah, that's kidding.
Jesus. How do we support our fellow man in their
mental health journey? I would say more than anything, just listen. Just listen to them and like.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Just sit there and listen, huh?
Bro, you'd be surprised.
No, for sure. A lot of the time, no, I agree. Like, sometimes people just need somebody to fucking talk to. Like,
you don't even have to say shit sometimes, bro. Yeah. Like, you just need
to know that there's somebody in front of you processing, or not even processing, but hearing what you're putting out there, bro. Like, that's what fucking therapists are, dude. Like,
I'm not a firm believer in them.
A lot of times, don't get me wrong, they will help.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of times they just sit there and listen to what you have to say, and people's issues correct themselves.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Just being able to put that out there in words and like express how they're feeling to someone, like, so that's my biggest thing. Like, I've always said, and like it's never really been tested, and I hope that I would stay true to this, but like, if a dude came up to me and was like, bro, I just really need to get some shit off my chest, be like, all right, bro, talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not necessarily gonna feel like I have to give him the answer to the issues that he's going through, but fuck it, tell me what you're going through.
I think it should be more of a thing to obviously listen to your friends and like be empathetic, but really like hold your friends accountable, because like sometimes a lot of people see your friends fucking up and like nobody says shit, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, because even like with you, bro, like it's not always easy like telling each other like
what we should or need to be doing.
Yeah, what we need to be doing, but like we have a lot of uncomfortable conversations, bro, and it's fucking uncomfortable, but like at the end of the day,
and sometimes I might fucking want to punch that motherfucker in the face.
No, really? But that's a good point though, for sure. Like,
because you have to have uncomfortable conversations.
Because if if it's not going to be from your friends and your friends aren't looking out for you, then who the fuck is?
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Someone who's not and you think is going to continue to like egg you on, you know.
Yeah. Put that facade on you and shit.
But that can go back to almost any. That can go back to almost any of the topics that we discussed already, like drinking your problems away. Like, if your fucking buddy's telling you, "Hey, you're fucking up, bro. You're drinking too much." Like, you need to find a different. Listen to that motherfucker, dude. Like, half the battle, if not more than half the battle, is not getting shit off your chest and explaining to people what's going on. It's being able to take advice and being able to process like people trying to help you out and put that into action yourself. You know what I mean? So like, I agree 100% for sure. Like, if somebody's offering you, even if it's tough to hear, bro, which a lot of times it is, because like, even if we're going through something and we know that like we're fucked up and we're doing something wrong, to hear somebody else acknowledge it, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, you never want to fucking hear that shit.
Yeah. What do you think is your guys' like most toxic trait? or like just most like just a trait that like may be problematic in friendships, relationships, like things like that?
For me, dude, it's I think I need, like, I get in my head quick, dude. I think I need a lot of reassurance.
You do get in your head sometimes, bro.
And it doesn't take much, bro.
Yeah.
And so, like, in my head, like, I can easily like flip a switch, or like I can easily like write people off of like little things. And like, I'm big on communication, bro. So like, if like your communication isn't there, like I'm quick to like just like feel like either neglected or like, you know, that like it's not gonna pan out. Like I'm quick to change my mind. Like
there's some like examples, like sometimes I'll say something and you don't understand like the context in which I said it in or the way I meant it, and then you immediately like, wait, like what do you mean, like that? Like
that's
just
why
in that
way. Is the worst, bro.
Exactly.
There's no emotion involved.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you can use like emojis and shit, but it's not the same as like hearing those words yourself. Like you don't know what fucking context people are saying that shit in, you know? Like so like that's
that's a big one.
That's one reason that I feel like texting not always, but that can fuck me sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
Is like, I mean, not even just like what I read on text, but sometimes what I say on text. Yeah. People might take the wrong way, and they're like, and I'm like, fuck, like I didn't even mean it that way. You know, or
even
it's
like, what you don't say sometimes too.
Yeah, that's right there, dude. Like, dude, I think what our generation struggles with tremendously, dude, is just communication, bro. Like we don't know how to communicate for shit.
But see, I'm big on communication too, but not in the way where like I need to be texting you every fucking 5 minutes, or like I need you to be texting me constantly. It's more so like the quality of the times that we do communicate. Like I want to be able to get on the phone and talk. Like I don't want to get on the phone and just fucking sit there bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like I want to talk. Like that kind of communication. Or like with text too, bro. Like I'm not gonna be fucking texting you all day long.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, do you feel like you should have to? Like
no, I don't. And that's something that has gotten in the way in the past too. Yeah. Be like, oh, you're not responding to me enough, or you're not paying me enough attention. It's like I don't feel like I don't feel like I need to be fucking texting you all day long. You know what I mean? And obviously it's like it's just an example, and like it's not something that's happened a lot. But it has happened where like
it's a very recent thing though. Yeah,
that's the thing.
Because imagine like we didn't do text, but we were just talking every hour of every day. You know, just like constant communication. Mm-hmm. It's just it's not natural.
It's unhealthy, bro. Like we don't need to be constantly fucking like you said. It's very new. Like our parents growing up or like going through dating people and shit. Like they couldn't fucking talk to each other every fucking second of every day. Like, if you wanted to talk to somebody, you had to call them and talk to them on the phone. Yeah. Or see them in person, and that's when you talked.
Yeah. And I'm probably not going to put this in, but just for context.
I just went through the same exact shit, dude. Mm-hmm. And to me, dude, like, the problem's not that serious. Like, personally. Yeah. Like, if I fill you in later. Yeah. Like, see, I'm bridging the gap right there. Yeah. Like, I'm bridging the fucking gap. Like, I'm fucking filling you in.
But even then, though, like...
The fact that it's like fucking a hitter, like a make or break that, oh, I didn't tell you beforehand before I got busy. Sometimes you unexpectedly get busy. Like, in my world where a customer can walk up at any moment, dude, I get immersed in that sale, dude. Like... And I fucking forget everything, and I'm fucking right here.
And you know what I mean? And even then, not even busy. Sometimes I just don't want to text, bro.
Right, bro. Exactly. Yeah. That's me. Like, that's who I am.
Now
like,
you're just an asshole.
I don't. You think so?
No. I don't stay on my fucking phone all day, bro. Like, and as a matter of fact, I get anxious if I'm on my phone too much. Like, it doesn't feel right to me. Like, like I feel like I'm like that's one thing that'll let me know right then and there if I'm not being productive enough is if I'm on my fucking phone constantly. Yeah, I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is wasted time that I'm just scrolling through Instagram,
thumbing through shit.
Or and it comes down to texting. Also, like, I'm not gonna sit there and wait for your fucking text to come in and be like, oh, she texted back, and then send a text right away. Like, I'm living my life, bro. Like, and
sometimes there's something, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but there's something about it like. Why should I have to, in a way? Like, why is it that, like, I have to let you know? Like, granted, if you care about the person, yes, I think that's where it comes from. But at the same time, it's like, we're okay, we're living our life, like things are gonna be okay. Like if I call you right now, we're still on good terms. Like if this texting thing wasn't a thing and it was just calling and something, like when I called you, we would have none of these issues,
exactly, because that's the fucking perception right there. It's that because I'm not texting you back constantly through the day, something's wrong and I'm upset with you. Like, no, I just don't want to fucking be on my phone texting all day. You know what I mean? And that's hard for people to realize nowadays. Like, for sure though, that shit complicates a lot, honestly.
And I think it just takes the fun out of like just a lot of shit too, bro. Because there's like a beauty to like filling people in. Like, let me tell you what the fuck happened. And
it's the old stereotype where, you know, it's a stereotype because nowadays the husband and wife will both be getting back from work and talking about their days. But the old sitcom stereotype where the husband gets back from work and sets his lunchbox down on the counter and he's like, I gotta tell you what happened at work today. And the wife's sitting there and she has fucking dinner ready and she's like, that old stereotype. Now, does it have to be like that? Fuck no. It's not going to nowadays. But what needs to be there is a period of time throughout the day where you're not constantly like, oh, guess what? I just got up and did this.
Yeah, you're living your own life.
Yes, bro. And you're fucking narrating it minute by minute to someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's fucked, dude. And I want to be able to, like you said, bro, highlight and catch up on the important and big things that happen throughout the day. Because the day's a fucking roller coaster most of the time.
Yeah.
And like, you don't want to be, oh, well, just missed out on a sale. Yeah. And then fucking 10 minutes later, I just fucking sold the most expensive vehicle I've sold since I've been here. And like, I sold it so easily, and then fucking 20 minutes later, someone just came in and wasted my time. Like, no. Yeah. You want to be able to experience all that throughout the day.
Yeah, like when you fill my day. Yeah.
And then call them.
And then it's like, boy, I got some shit to tell you.
Yes. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. And do you have any questions, though?
No.
Like from your end? Okay. Well, so there's a few different ones I have.
Oh, like from Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean,
we kind of touched on a lot of them.
We got to talk about the crying one. That one was good as fuck.
About which one?
When's the last time you cried and why?
Oh yeah, I know. That was on the live for sure.
I think we should talk about that.
Yeah.
I don't really remember when.
Like besides the event?
Oh, that's true. I guess you did kind of talk about that.
I would say before that. Damn. So the event was 3 weeks ago, but that was different, bro. I was just crying because I was so happy.
Yeah.
Like I was literally just.
See, that's the thing. Like I couldn't tell you the last time I cried because I was upset or sad. Like most of the time I cry is because of like feeling good or like passion that I have towards something. It's not necessarily.
I think the last time I cried was for sure. I probably was alone though, and it's more so out of like just fucking being so fucking stressed out, and just like sometimes you just like. You hit a point where you're just like, fuck.
There's no other way to express that energy.
And you're just like, everything is so pent up and you're just like, like, it's more so like obviously I'm not fucking yelling, but it's just more so like, that's just all.
In your head, you are though. That's what's causing you to cry. You have all that shit pent up and you're not able to release.
So the thing about it is I've had both like that cry too, but I've also had a cry where, I mean, I felt the exact same way. I mean, I felt up like a lot of like just built up like energy, whatever kind of energy you want to call it. I mean, it's not necessarily sad energy. It's like a little bit of everything. It's like, you know, a little bit of anger, like a little bit of like just like self-doubt of like shit where you want to be at and you're not at. Like it's you know, it's a lot of things just fucking right here, dude. But it was a chick, it was a girl that we got to talking, bro, and it just like smacked me, dude. Like it just smacked me, and like I just remember like being in like a stare, dude. Like I'm just like. Yeah. And I was just like, fuck, like.
Yeah, sometimes it just hits you, bro.
What about it? The fact that you were talking to that specific girl, like something she said, or what was it that?
You know, it was just, we were actually talking about me, bro. Like, she was telling me about myself, really. And honestly, like, she didn't. Hold on, the fucking.
Fuck, this is good. This is fucking good. Just fucking getting fucking good.
For real.
What are you about to do? Are you about to go down?
Oh. Fuck. I hope that's on camera.
That's on fucking film for sure.
Oh, dude, I can fucking. Remember exactly what you're gonna say though, because I want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
Let me see that Imador bitch.
Fuck. Dude, serious?
She was literally, dude, and like this was crazy. Is like I don't see myself the way she was explaining this shit to me, but she was just basically telling me how like I have a lot of shit, and that like I essentially, like, she thinks that I thought I was hot shit. Like, she was just like, you know, and she was just kind of
yourself
that like I think like that I see myself as like the shit.
I've been told that before, bro.
Dude,
shit,
yeah.
You're not even
but like we were like, but we were having like a vulnerable conversation. Like it was like on some real shit. She was just like, you know, she was just like, yeah, your life is this, and like you think you're like. She didn't say you think you're hot shit. I forget how she worded it. But
I mean, I'm not gonna put it in. But who was it?
Dude, honestly, I couldn't even tell you, bro. Like I'm just telling you the like the conversation I had. Like that's how fucking. I couldn't even tell you who the fuck it was, bro, because it was a while ago. I just remember having this conversation with the chick. Like,
is that also part of the experience where you said you feel like you've done something in front of a female and been like, oh, fuck.
And was it coming from a place of sorry
we're just fucking throwing questions left and right at this man.
Like, was it coming from a place of like she was grilling you, or it was more so like just her observation of you, and you were just like,
it was like an observation, but like at the same time it did feel like she was grilling me, bro, because like everything she had to say was like really like self-centered and like you know, like you just think you're like the shit almost, and but like she was coming from like a place, and she didn't really know me, bro. Like this was just like her assessment of me, like from like on some quick stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bro, I don't know why, but like at the time I was just like I was like doing a lot of reflecting, like looking at myself, and like I'm really not this guy that she was painting out to be, and it really just pissed me off, bro, because I already had a lot of built up shit that was in my head. And like when she said that, dude, it like infuriated me to a certain extent, and it turned into tears, bro. Yeah. Like it was just like frustration of like you really think like I'm just like this guy who like thinks he's the shit, and like I just have like I portray like this perfect life and shit.
Do you feel like that it hit you so much because it was true?
No, bro. It actually. It hit me because it's not fucking true. Like okay. I feel like it hit me because I was just like, if only you knew like how like who I really am. Like if only you knew like how I feel, and like, you know, like just be like, you're judging me off of like my highlight. Like,
and you're judging this perception of me. You haven't even gotten to know who the fuck I am.
You're judging me off of like what you saw tonight, like on a night where I was trying to like maybe celebrate my brothers or celebrate you know, whatever it was, and like you're sitting here like telling me about me, and it's not who the fuck I am at all.
But that's the aura that we fucking give off, though, bro. Like, remember in Albuquerque where that girl was like, y'all have mad main character vibes. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I mean, like, but that to me that's a compliment. Like that is. But like,
I just think our personalities are just big, bro. And I'm not even saying like, yeah, I mean, obviously it sounds like I'm saying it like a biased opinion but like multiple people have said like, yo, you guys just fucking like, because I've gotten the same shit too, but like, I feel like anybody that really knows me knows I'm like a genuine, like, and I'm a loving person, but like I've gotten that, like, dude, you think you're fucking the shit.
It's not that we go out. It's not that we like go out and like try swinging our dick around, like, like, oh, we're the baddest thing. Like, it's just like we're comfortable with who we are, and like in a social setting like that, we're comfortable. Like, so like we can walk around and like say what's up to people, or like meet different people, talk to different people, and not be like, you know, shy in the corner and shit. And sometimes that appears like cocky or arrogant, like, but that's really not what it is at all for any of us. I know that none of us are fucking like that. Like, it's more so just like comfortability and like and being able to go into a place and chill. And like,
but to double back on that, dude, it's actually quite the opposite. Like, dude, I actually feel like I actually am fucking nobody, and I actually feel that like I'm fucking, dude, like I'm like an emotional ass dude. Like I'm actually very much more of an introvert than people realize. Yeah. Like,
but that's okay though. Like, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way about yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
I think a lot of people go through that too.
And I don't think that I ever like or any of us really ever like consciously walk into a place and be like, yeah, we look like we're like, oh, hot shit, or like we know what we are about it. Like, we know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't think we're conscious of the fact that like we give off that energy. You know what I mean? It's just a part of who we are. And like, I'm the same way. I don't think like, not that I've had somebody come up and tell me personally like, you think you're fucking badass and all this, but like, I don't go around thinking that. Like, just like you, bro. Like,
you think you're the shit. You're not even a fart.
Think you're the shit, bitch. You're not even a fart. But nah, bro. Like, I think if anything, it's good that you feel that way, because like that shows humility, and that shows like would really be fucked up if it's like you have something wrong with you. If like you're narcissistic ass motherfucker, if like you literally go in thinking like really just you might portray that, but you really fucking think you're like the fucking top of the world. Nobody in here can fuck with me.
Yeah.
That kind of energy, bro.
I'm fucking, what does Mike Tyson say? I'm fucking impenetrable. What is he?
Impenetrable?
What does he say?
He said I'm impeccable.
I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Bro, the last time
he's like, my style is ferocious. my swag is impeccable. My speed. I'm a fucking god. I've been studying the 33 wars of law. I read this shit. Alexander the Great. I mean, fucking, this motherfucker was hitting the gospel, bro.
Yeah. No, but last time I cried, bro, all right, before the event, because I don't count that.
You bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck, dude. It was because of a girl, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You bitch.
Sure. Yeah.
You soft ass bitch.
I didn't cry. Yeah, I didn't, and it wasn't like a fucking sob, bro. It was one of those like a little teary-eyed, like, fuck, dude, like. It was, you know how when like you cry, your nose just kind of like wells up, or like you're just like, you're just like,
you gotta sneeze a little bit.
It was one of those, but it wasn't in front of her. Like, she didn't see me, but it was just one of those like after whatever transpired, it was like, I was to myself, and I was just like, fuck, dude, like, it was one of those, bro, and it's like, and it's fucking sucks to say, bro, but like it's true, bro. I mean, if we're being fucking honest.
Yeah, it happens.
It was because of like a fucking girl, and like it was just. And I knew I was going to be good. Like, it wasn't one of those, like, we were in a fucking, like...
But you felt some type of way about her, honestly.
For sure. I fucking cared for her,
That's why you felt those emotions, which is fine, bro. Like, we fucking feel emotions towards all sorts of shit. Yeah. So, like...
Or, you know when I most bawled, bro? Was, like, with my dog, when we gave it... Bro, that attachment to a dog is fucking insane.
Well, it's because they become part of the family, bro. Yeah. So, like... It's like losing a fucking family member at that point. Like,
for sure. But yeah.
And if you don't, like, if there's somebody that doesn't cry when something like that, like when you lose a family member, like, then like, congrats to you, bro. But like, you can think whatever the fuck you want of me at that point. Like, I'm fucking upset. You know, I lost one of my fucking closest. And at the end of the day, that's, I mean, it might not be that for everyone, but everyone has a closest person in their life or a closest, or like, fucking family pets, bro. Like, that's the way I was raised too. Like, the family pet's part of the family. Like,
and I also feel like it's important just to mention, just because, like, like you do, like, for example, when I like had that little moment or whatever, it's like you can feel that and you can experience that, but at the same time, like, next day it's like, all right. I mean, that's happened. It happened, and like we gotta. Not to say you shouldn't feel it, and you shouldn't, like, it's okay to feel that, but at the same time, like, you shouldn't like sulk over that for too long, because your life goes on.
Not too long, but it's also okay if it's not the next day.
Yeah, right. I exaggerated.
Like, no, but it could be like you could get over it the next day, but like if not, it's okay. But just like what you're saying, and I agree, is like you can't sit there and dwell on it and let it completely take over your life. Like,
it's not attached to who you
shit
are.
Happens in this life, you know, like. And that's how I think most people feel. Like, I feel like if something was to happen to me, I would want the people that I love to, celebrate it or whatever. And then not celebrate it, but celebrate my life or whatever, and then move on. Like, don't sit there and dwell on what happened, because like life goes on at the end of the day, and that might be a shitty thing to say sometimes, but it's the truth. Like, life doesn't stop for anybody, bro. Like,
literally.
And so I'm gonna be honest, bro. As much. Like, when you cry, like, just speaking from my experience, dude, like, whenever I cry, especially, like, in front of somebody else, dude, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you feel like a bitch.
Nah, you
like,
do. Yeah.
But like, you feel that's like also the perception. That's how we were raised, bro. Yeah. Like, I think we were all raised pretty similarly. Like, my parents might be a little younger than you guys' parents. Yeah. But I was raised pretty old school. Like,
I think I cry more because it's like, I shouldn't be fucking crying. Like,
yeah, and the fact that it got you there, like that you're there at that moment.
When you're there and then you're crying, and the first thing I'm I'm like, fuck, dude, like, why is this happening?
Yeah, it's always the fuck, dude. Like, come on, like, just stop. Yeah. And for whatever reason, dude, that like, shit fuck, just
isn't it like funny? Fuck. Isn't it funny though that that's like the ultimate like emotion, like. Oh, you cry, but like I'm not fucking killing someone. Like I'm not going out on a rampage. I'm fucking crying. You know what I mean? Like it's something natural that happens to everybody. Yeah. Like I'm not going out trying to fucking fuck someone up. Like
you're not causing any harm to anybody. You know?
You're just fucking dealing with your emotions. And sometimes you can't control that it happens in front of certain people, but it's really not that big of a deal.
Well, I was gonna say that to say that even though I feel like a bitch, like. There's no fucking better feeling than like getting caressed after that fucking cry, dude. And somebody being like, "Come here, like it's gonna be good." Like, you know, I can't lie, dude. Like that's like, and even though like the person that was there like caressing me at the time, whatever, like, even though they're not like somebody that I associate with now and shit, like. That shit still felt good, dude. Like, the fact that like
it just shows you that somebody cares about you.
We're fucking human, bro.
That's what it is at the end of the day.
We're human, bro.
But like, obviously, if they're comforting you in a weak time like that, that shows that they care. Like, and everybody wants somebody to care about them.
I mean, I kind of feel like they kind of don't have a choice.
It's like, they definitely do.
I mean, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like, just get up and walk away?
They could, or they could just fucking sit there and not do anything. Some people are awkward, bro. Some people don't know how to deal with situations.
I mean, that's true. That's very true.
But sometimes, bro, like that hug that they give you, it fucking flows even more after that, bro. It's
like, dude, nah, for sure, dude.
I wanted to ask you guys, if you were in a relationship, like pretty serious, would you unfollow people that she wanted you to unfollow?
Fuck, we're getting toxic today.
It would have to be reasonable. I mean, I don't think I would just unfollow them because she doesn't want me to. Like, if she was like, well, it's because this and that, then maybe I'd take it into consideration. But I don't think. I mean, it also depends on. Like, are we talking about somebody?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario. If she says that this man or this woman, right, that you're following.
I was like, man,
my bad. Scratch that. This woman, right. That you're following, that she wants you to unfollow. What if the story is that, oh, she hooked up with my ex, and that's why I don't like her. Is that valid?
She hooked up with the girl that you're with now, ex? So the girl that you're with tells you to unfollow her.
The girl you're following hooked up with my ex.
So like she sees that as kind of like a threat and a little.
But she's still worried about her ex.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's like these are two different. I mean, you tell me.
I think. I mean, if it really means that much to her, then yes. Like if it really. But at the same time, like I'm also, dude. I'm a person like even me and you like. Me and you went back and forth about this sometimes. Like, sometimes the shit that, like, people make a big deal on social media, like, I don't see the big deal sometimes. Like, when it comes to following, when it comes to followers, when it comes to likes, like, close friends and shit. Like, I can't control who puts me on their close friends. Like, why the fuck should that be a thing, dude? Like, they put me on their close friends.
Now you gotta block them because of that?
Yeah, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, dude, it's just their story. It doesn't mean, like...
Another example of shit that we our generation is having to deal with.
Those are shits that we
fucking parents didn't have to worry about, bro.
That's shit that we've programmed in our heads to be toxic because, I mean, at the same time when we speak, we're speaking from a place of like experience or like, you know.
Do you guys prefer talking to girls or women older than you, the same age, or like younger? Do you feel like it
you know matters? Where I'm at.
Hell yeah.
James and Fonzie are in the same boat.
For real. Dude, I think just older women just like having a crazy attraction to you know. When I say older, I'm not talking like, but like just like.
But I feel like it's also because we're all pretty mature.
Yeah.
Like, and they say that females are supposed to mature faster than males, but I think that's bullshit. Because a lot of girls,
fucking shit.
Honestly. A lot of girls that are our age are not where we're at, to be honest. At least the ones that I've experienced.
Yeah.
I feel like I agree completely.
It's not necessarily that I prefer older women. It's just that I can more than I can connect with them a little bit better than someone that's our age right now at this specific moment.
I think they mature physically.
Oh no, for sure, yeah.
100%. Mentally, hell
that's
no,
what I'm saying, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna say this is like a generational thing though, because I feel like back in the day, a woman definitely had to like mature up and fucking get her shit together and like become like a wife, bro. Like that was a real pressure. Like
that was
women, like mothers back in the day, dude. They were hard on their daughters. Like you gotta fucking be this for your man. Like dude, that's how they were raising them. Like they were raising their daughters to like become like the best wife, bro. Like you know what I mean? And now it's like now we're playing like the 50-50 role. Like and so like essentially like a woman is almost growing up like a man now. Like
no, for sure.
Like the pressures, like they're fucking career driven. Like they need, like they're chasing success. Like
which is good, but like.
But no, but at the same time they're developing different, bro. They're developing completely different. Like it's they're thinking about different things that in the past wasn't like it wasn't something they had to question as much because it was instilled in their heads like, oh, this is like not ladylike, or this is not how I'm supposed to do it, or you know what I mean. And this is like whereas now like the freedom for a woman is I mean essentially it's just wide open like us, like
for sure. And honestly, that's like a general statement. Like, obviously, not all women our age are immature.
Yeah.
Right. So the mature ones
that's
out
not
there,
what we're saying.
Get at me. But
we've been talking for a while, bro.
This has been fun.
Yeah. I think we touched on some really good shit.
I think this is a good episode, boys.
Yeah. I hopefully we can do this at least like 2 times a month. That'd be ideal. I think people would really appreciate it. I think these, obviously the conversations we have with like other guests are really good. People love those, but these ones we really have like a crazy dialogue.
And we could also start talking about like shit that's going on right now too, just to shake shit up a little bit.
I'm not getting that political, Brett.
This is episode number 41, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was a men's mental health edition of the pod. But really we conversate about all of this stuff. I think we just got more in depth. We got really vulnerable on this one, actually.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, man, I think I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and this is gonna be out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast. We have a vlog gonna release. Hopefully, maybe I think the content will be vlog and podcast every week. I think we can do that.
1 and 1.
1 and 1. I think the vlogs are gonna be fire. I think they're gonna be really dope.
Y'all check into those vlogs because my boy D has a history of putting that YouTube content out there. He's gonna know how to come at it with them vlogs, boy.
Hell yeah, yeah, man. Do you have any closing remarks, Mr. James Curry?
Nah, man. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have wanted to do this episode with none other than my boys, my family, and subscribe to the MVP, man.
Hey.
Let us know who you want to see on the future episodes, and if you can help us get them on, then even better.
I appreciate y'all, boys. Thank you so much.
My friend, my brother, my brethren.
I love y'all. Peace.
Later.